Cheers and welcome my friends, I'm Horath and we are playing Rimworld Alpha 16. Finally, it is happening. Welcome to a new series. Before we start this, I'm just going to show you the mods that I'm using. We're just using the animal tab mods, which allows me to rename animals. It's done by Fluffy. And you'll see in a minute why we're doing this. So Alpha 16 does change a huge amount of the game. I think it might be the biggest update the game has received since ever. A single biggest update. It allows you to create a spherical world. It allows you to create caravans, to travel over land, and also to have multiple colonies if you should so desire. You can change that in the options over here. I could go for, yeah, it's not designed to be played like that. It does have some difficulties playing with more colonies, but it is technically possible. And because of that, I have decided to prepare a very special scenario for us. So let's have a look into what we're gonna play. New colony, we're gonna play as the Flaming Muffalo Nomads. At home in the cold climate of the north, your nomadic tribe has always been breeding muffalo, polar bears and huskies. In tune with nature, you travel from camp to camp, always on the lookout for good grazing spots. You will fight if you have to, but against the fire-spouting machines of the colonists, caution is the better part of valor. Try to protect your way of life, to honor your ancestors and take comfort in the spirit animal of your tribe. The Flaming Muffalo, symbol of warmth and life. So that's what we're gonna be. We're gonna be muffalo herders. We start with 10 people, just so that I can get as many of you guys in here as possible. Every starting character has a 33% chance to start with the trait Pyromaniac. Because our people really do love the fire. I mean, I guess you can understand that. If they're living in a very cold climate, they are sort of fascinated with it. But that can also have a bit of a dangerous side. So they're gonna start randomly, random fires whenever they are stressed or breaking or whatever. They go on a fire starting spree, which is gonna be interesting since we are nomads and we build mainly out of wood. Okay, then we start with Iron Willed and Fast Walker, and our guys I think do have a less chance or less food need. Just because these are tribes people from the north. They are very hardy. They're really tough. We're gonna start with 200 silver. We don't have a lot of money. 700 pemmican, some herbal medicine, some great bows. We're gonna have a herd of 20 muffalo. This is our herd. This is our spirit animal. We're gonna have 600 wood. We're gonna have 4 polar bears. That's gonna be sort of our first line of defense. We're gonna try to train some attack polar bears, and we're gonna have 6 huskies. These guys are planned for doing hauling and all that kind of stuff. And we have 10 muffalo wool parka, because that's kind of fitting. I'm just imagining that we sort of traded our muffalo wool to a tailor that made us these parkas, because I don't think that tribespeople can actually create parkas from the get-go. So yeah, that's it. I'm gonna try to play these guys as nomadic as possible, so whenever we have a very big problem like a psychic ship or something coming down, I think we'll just leave. I don't think we do have the ability to fight them. We might still be forced to tack up. I'm not sure how we're gonna handle that, because I do plan on playing on extreme difficulty, so we definitely have to deal with that in some form or fashion. I will upload this to the Steam Workshop, and I put a link in the description so you can play the same scenario if you so desire. Let's just get going. So I've been trying to do some test runs over the Christmas holidays, trying to find out if something is better than Cassandra, and the problem is there really isn't an alternative to Cassandra. Phoebe Chillax just takes way too long in between things. If you put her on extreme, you get the same amount in the raids, but she takes very long to send to get something on the way for stuff to happen. So we're not going to have her. And random is just really random, which means that it can get boring. So we'll just take Cassandra on extreme again. Just because that is sort of the right amount of drama for Rimworld. It might mean that we die very quickly. I'm not sure what we're going to do then, if we're going to restart or something. But on the other hand, it's nice if a series doesn't last 100 hours. At least for me, that's kind of nice. So we're gonna go for Cassandra Classic on extreme difficulty. Let's go. For a seed, we're gonna pick Muffalo, so you can play along. If you put in Muffalo, you will play on the exact same world. You can decide how much of the globe will be covered by your actual land and terrain and stuff. I'm gonna go for 50%. I tried all three of these, and 50% seems to sort of be the sweet spot between performance and other stuff. And I'm gonna go down in the overall temperature, like 1, so that it is a rather cold world from the get-go. And then we're gonna generate the world. It's not gonna take too long if you go for 50%. 100% takes not only a long while, but it also really keeps the computer busy in the background. And since I will be recording this as well as playing, there were actually some pretty long load times. I've been testing this. Alright, so this is the new world in Rimworld. It's actually a globe now that you can move around. Now you see, this is what is meant by the 50% globe coverage. So we basically have half the world, but I think that's gonna be fine. I think that's gonna be enough. So you can completely freely rotate around this. You do have the sun over here, it would appear. Nice. So we're on the sunny side of the planet, but we're gonna go far into the north, I think. So I don't want to really go into the ice sheet. We got some tribes over here. White Tree Confederacy. Let's hope that these guys are our friends. I'm not sure if we want to go into the tundra directly. Interspersed with large herds of migratory grazers and their predators. I think that we actually sort of try to migrate in between the tundra and the more grasslandish area. We have boreal forest over here. That actually looks mighty fine. I don't want it mountainous. Ideally, I just would like to have sort of small hills. It doesn't look like it's possible. I don't want it completely flat, because that's nasty. Mountainous. Impossible. Yeah. Well, we'll go for the large hills then. Let's hope that that is not too bad. So we'll be relatively far up north. We do have a pirate base right next to us. That's these kind of guys. Trouble Small Town, Faction the Frogs, and then we do have Baker's Village. I mean, if we wanted to sell stuff, it might make more sense to sort of settle in these hills, but maybe we'll just migrate there at some point. We do have the Federation of Menanya next to us, and some more of the White Tree Confederacy, and Farmers Municipality. So that's fine. I think we'll just take that spot with the large hills. I'm gonna go for advanced. I don't want the site to be too big, just for performance reasons. Yeah, so that's gonna be us up in the far north. There are some settlements in the ice sheets. I don't think that we as a tribe actually have the ability to survive there, at least not right away. There are mods that you can use for fishing and stuff. I didn't go for it. I'm gonna go through all these guys. I'm gonna randomize them a little bit just so I get a sort of a mix of people that I need for my tribe, and I'll see you in a second. Alright, I'm back. Meet our new tribes people. 34 people have enlisted in the video that I put up prior to this series, and these are the first 10 that are gonna go into the game. So first we're gonna have Boxroyd, Hippopotamus, Boxroyd Mink, who was a reclusive child, didn't learn to speak until you were nearly 5 years old, and even then you preferred to keep to yourself. When you were in your early teens, you made a habit of wandering off from the village to live in the wilderness for weeks at a time. And then you became a digger. You and your tribe carved your home deep into the side of a mountain. You feel most at home picking through rock and shoring up cave walls. You're also an amazing constructor, and that's going to be our role in here. And luckily, you are not a pyromaniac. But you're incapable of social, but we can live with that. That's fine. You also have an interest for shooting, an interest for melee. You're a very good miner, and you're even interested in research. So we can definitely use you. Then we have Orange, Waste of Orange, a weaver. You were a cave child, grew up in a large and intricate cave complex that extended deep into a mountainside. You helped the adults maintain and improve the deep caves, which gives you some construction, some mining, and then you became a weaver, an expert at working muffalo wool, plant fibers, and natural dyes into beautiful clothing for your kin. Your beautiful handicrafts were traded frequently between the local tribes. West of Orange is actually an amazing character. Very good with animals. Interested in animals. Very interested in shooting. Very interested in construction. And very good and interested in crafting. Mining is nice, but we're not going to do that much mining. You do have a sister though. Kanga Smergol there. Which we're going to meet right now. So Smergol is a female shaman. You were a tribe child, just a normal child that grew up in the tribe. You never learned to read, never saw a machine, that was an ancient ruin. Then you became a Muffalo shaman, so you're quite welcome in our Flaming Muffalo tribe. Because of your quiet wisdom and great strength, you became the spiritual leader for a nomadic tribe that followed the herds of roaming Muffalo. Very nice. You're very good at growing. You do have a hand for animals. You can do melee. You're interested in doing melee, which is not something that I want. But we mainly try to stay out of harm's way. But sometimes it might be necessary to go for the melee. And you can cook. You have an interest in cooking. Then we got Bula, a loner. You were a fire tender in your childhood. You were responsible for keeping the tribe's fire going. You took this responsibility very seriously, which is good. At least we're going to have one person to take out the fire. Have we had a pyromaniac yet? No. Yeah, we have a couple of them though. Right, so you were a fire tender. Then in your adulthood you became a loner, never much like the tribal council or the yearly festivals. You prefer the open plain and the lonely whistle of wind through the rocks. You visit your tribe from time to time, but for the most part you take care of yourself using your own survival skills. Okay. You're a hard worker, so you have 20% more global work speed, which makes you pretty amazing. You're very good at growing, you have an interest in shooting, and you have an interest in research. We'll make good use of you. You're incapable of social, again, but that's fine. Then we have Geo-Tsar. You were an abandoned child, you were born sickly, thinking that you would only burden the tribe. Your parents left you out in the elements, somehow you survived. And then you became a cave tender in your adulthood. While the others were out hunting and foraging, you would stay at home to cook and take care of the young and sick. So, very nice. You're neurotic, so you like to have things squared away. You will work harder than most to attain the state of affairs, but your nerves can get the better of you. But since you're iron-willed, you will not break as easily. You're very good at with animals. That's going to be your main job. You're also good at cooking. You have a couple of other skills, and you're incapable of none, which is always very nice. Welcome. Then we have Tinger the Scout. You were a reclusive child as well. Didn't learn to speak until you were 5. Then you became a scout in the adulthood. Since your tribe has made contact with local outlanders, you have been contracting your services out as a guide to the local area. Frequent contacts with ancient relics has made you fairly comfortable with the old technology. I guess that's why you have a burning passion for research. You're going to be our researcher, mainly. You are a pyromaniac though, so you're going to start random fires. We'll see what comes of that. And you have a brother, Prophet. Lost Prophet just didn't fit, so meet Prophet. He was a fire tender as well, responsible for keeping the tribe's fire going. Then you became a Muffalo shaman for a nomadic tribe that followed the herds of roaming Muffalo. Kind of familiar. You're a cannibal though. You were taught that eating human meat is wrong and horrible. But one time long ago, you tried it. And you liked it. We'll see if we can get you some human meat. I'm not sure who's gonna butcher it because we don't have any psychopaths. But yeah, you have a burning passion for construction. You can cook. You have an interest in melee, art, and crafting. You definitely gonna be a very useful guy. Welcome. I think the other people distrust you a little bit. Maybe there are some rumors about your cannibal activity. I'm not sure how that's gonna play out. Maybe your brother will protect you though. Tinger might protect you. Maybe you, nah, doesn't look like you ate the human meat together. Oh well. Then we have Weep, the healer, who was a killer in her adulthood. Weep was a bloodlusting child. Villagers thought her the product of a snake demon and human coupling. After watching her human father betrayed and murdered her mother, she longed to see how many more humans she could get to fall into her hands. Oh wait, after watching how her human father betrayed and murdered her mother, she longed to see how many more humans she could get to fall in her hands. Interesting. Then you became a healer. From a killer to a healer. I guess you were trying to amend your ways. You took the time to admire the beauty of the world. Your passive aggressiveness surfaced once in a while, but you tried to adapt to a changing life. So you dislike men, I guess because you saw your father murder your mother. And you're only 21, but you have an amazing set of skills. You're a really good healer. You can't do dumb labor, but we won't hold that against you. You can do a lot of growing though. Some melee, some research. It's gonna be good. We won't hold that against you, that you dislike men. I mean, you might bring some trouble into the group, but that's not necessarily bad. At least you're not a killer anymore. You changed from a killer to a healer. Welcome, Weep. Wonder how you got your nickname. Then we got Half-Hand, a shaman who started his life as a tribe child as well, just a normal tribe child, and became a Muffalo shaman again. You're just a fast walker in Ironworld. Very interested in shooting. We're going to make you good use of that. You're interested in tending to animals. You're interested in cooking and construction. I think we're going to make you our cook. And you have a lover. You have Marge as your lover, who we're going to meet now. We have Marge, who were a reclusive child, and then you became a weaver. We already have a weaver with Orange, so we have 2 weavers. Very good. We're going to be able to make good use of the Muffalo wool that we get from our Muffalos. So you're incapable of social and firefighting because you're a pyromaniac as well. Half-Hand isn't. So we have 1 pyromaniac, a cannibal, 2 pyromaniacs. I was actually expecting more pyromaniacs with a 33% chance to hit, but oh well, that's how it goes. Yeah, you have very high interest in cooking, so maybe we're gonna set you to cook. But you're also an amazing crafter. Which is going to be very good once we start to sort of craft stuff that we can sell in villages and stuff. So very much looking forward to that. This is our group. It's gonna be great. Let's go in there. I already read you that, so I'm not gonna read it out again. We're gonna just travel from camp to camp. We're going to have a nomadic lifestyle. We'll try to protect our way of life. And we are always going to honor the Flaming Muffalo, of course. Right, so we're down here. The Muffalos are already starting to sort of have a little bit of a loving in between them. That's good. We want them to procreate. Just have a little bit of a look around. So yeah, we have a bunch of hills. Looks like there's going to be an ancient danger in there, so we'll stay clear of that. Yeah, lots of forests. There are some animals over here, some elks. I wouldn't mind actually getting my hand on some more Muffalos. That would be nice. Doesn't look like we have any on the map. Okay, that's fine. We do have an Arctic wolf, though. I wouldn't mind taming that one. Female Arctic wolf. Yeah, if we could get a couple of Arctic wolves, that would be kind of nice, though. Yeah, that's about it. So, yeah, the map looks fine. We start right next to water, and this looks like rich soil. Yeah, very nice. We start next to this. I think we'll make good use of this. We will have to build a shed and stuff. What I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna pause it here, pause the recording, and go through the priorities, and then I'll show you what I did. So I'll see you in a second. Alright, welcome back. I just set the priorities of our 10 people, which takes a while, so I did it off camera, just so that you won't get bored. It doesn't really make a difference. I'm just going to go through my reasoning. So everyone is going to firefight who can firefight. We only have 2 pyromaniacs, which surprises me. Okay, I won't complain. It's going to make my life a little bit easier. Everyone is going to be a patient, so they're going to try to get medical treatment whenever they are wounded. We're going to have 2 doctors, Weep over here with a 12 medical skill, and Jiutsa with a 6, just so that we have someone as a backup doctor. Everyone is going to go to bed once they are ill. Everyone is going to flick yeah, power and all that kind of stuff. If I want something flicked, everyone has to go, and end of discussion. We're going to have Prophet as our warden with the highest social skill, which is going to be interesting. We could also go and have Half-Hand as another warden. I think I'll do that. It's not going to come up very regularly. And then we're going to have the people that really do it well. These guys are going to be animal handlers. So Orange and Smeargle are going to look after the animals mostly, and Geosar. And then we're going to have half-hand helping them if... well, actually, we're going to go down to a 2 over here. And I think we might actually go down to a 2 over here as well with Boxroyd. So if they don't have cooking to do, if it's half-hand, or construction to do if it's Boxroyd, then they're going to treat the animals, which is fine because they don't have very high skills. But they do have a passion. Everyone else has it set to at least level 4. So if they have nothing else to do, they'll tend to the animals. It's important. Halfhand is going to be our cook. Prophet and Geosar can do it if they want to. Actually, Geosar would also make a very good cook. But yeah, I think you're going to be busy with the animal handling and then you automatically go to cook. So that's going to be fine. We have 3 constructors. We have Boxroyd and Orange who are going to be sorry, pretty proficient. And Prophet is gonna learn it. Boxroyd, Orange, and Prophet are gonna try. Prophet has a burning passion for it, so that's good. In terms of hunting, I guess I should set everyone to hunt if they can, like this, just so that they keep their skills up. Let's have it like that. That actually looks fine. So Bula, who has the highest skill, he's gonna go hunt after he's done with his growing. We have him set to number 1 growing, and we've also set Weep to growing, because Weep doesn't really have much to do other than grow and research. And then we have Smergol trying to grow a little bit once Smergol is done with the animal handling. Mining, it's gonna be in the hands of Boxroyd. We don't need that much mining, so I'm not gonna bother too much. I mean, I guess I could theoretically just put that on 4 for everyone so they do it if they have time. And then plant cut, everyone is set on plant cut. If I want the plants cut, everyone is going to do it. That's a high priority task. Smithing is sort of fine and we don't need that. We have a little bit on Orange because Orange is just amazing at it with the high crafting skill. Set Boxroyd to craft because Boxroyd has a good amount of skill. Geotsar has some crafting skill and Morge is actually amazing at it, so we're gonna put you to level 1 for the crafting. Actually didn't really give you anything else that you really have to do, so yeah, we're gonna craft or you're gonna cook. That's fine, and otherwise you're just going to clean, I guess. We're gonna have the dogs for hauling, I hope. And then we have some people researching. Weep, Tinger, Bula, and Boxroyd are going to do the research. And hauling and cleaning, I sort of tried to split that up. I hope it's going to be fine. In terms of animals, though, this is where the new animal tab stuff comes in. I can do a lot more with this tab now. So, for example, I can just go and set our animals to be trained right from this thing, which is kind of nice. It saves me a lot of micromanagement. I think they are all our Muffalos. They are all named because we started with them, so the game treats them like pets. We also do want our polar bears to be trained. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to name our polar bears. I'm not sure if I'm going to name the huskies. If you enlisted, or if you want to enlist, then let me know in the comments if you are willing to be a husky. But the polar bears are going to be an integral part of the whole thing, so I have no trouble renaming these guys. They're gonna fight, they defend the colony, they're gonna be part of the colony just as much as the colonists. So we're gonna have Pyramus as a polar bear. Congrats, hope you're a nice polar bear. We have Nistari as a polar bear. We have B Shaman as a polar bear. You didn't want to be a cannibal, but you did not say anything about being a polar bear, so I'm guessing that's fine. And we're gonna have Rob as a polar bear. Nice. That's one of the things that the mod allows me to do. That's mainly why I actually put that in. So let's get rid of that. Let's get started. We got all our priorities, we got our animals. So let's allow everything. I guess I should have installed a mod that allows me to just mass allow everything on the map. Might still go for that actually. Yeah, we've got some muffler wool parkas, so yeah, let's just allow that. Allow all these things. God damn it. It's really something that I would like, sort of a mass allow thing. Herbal medicine. Oh, we just got... Yeah, come on. Get me the herbal medicine. Alright, so that's it. Now, where do we want to set up? Where do we want to set up shop? We do have some grass around here, so that's where we want our animals to graze. We want them to have a grazing area. Guess we have to shuffle them around though, in between different grazing areas. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead, give them a zone. We're gonna expand the allowed area. Animal area 1 is gonna be over here. They can go into the water if they want. That's just their grazing place. I guess I should actually sort of go and manage the areas. So animal area 1 is going to be grazing. Right, and then we're going to set all our muffalos to grazing. Yes, just like that. The other ones are unrestricted, the huskies and the polar bears, that's fine. Right, then we need something to sleep in, and we need to cut down all these trees. So let's go ahead. And we basically want to cut all the plants in here. Just cut them all down because we wanna start to grow stuff. And everyone is gonna do that, which is fine. Maybe I should turn that off on some of the people. Yeah, these huskies are also procreating, making some sweet, sweet love. Muffalos are moving over there to graze. We need warm clothes, we need beds, and a hunter lacks a ranged weapon. Yeah, actually I should sort of equip everyone with their personal bow. Like you, Boxroyd, equip your bow. You, Tinga, equip your bow. Orange, equip your bow. Come on. I guess I have to do that at the beginning. I don't think they'll actually take these automatically. Smeagol. Okay, we're still missing some. I think we're missing Prophet. And Jutsa. Orange, you got your bow, don't you? No. You're still wandering. Can I not equip that? Are you incapable of violent? No, that's Pyramus. Orange, come on, character. No, you're not incapable of violent. Why aren't you getting your bow? Oh yeah, you already have your bow. Okay, sorry, I apologize. So we're gonna cut all that down. And then I think we'll actually use this as our first sleeping area. I think that's gonna be fine. Let me just unpause again. Let's put a normal door in there. Oh, it is unroofed though. Yeah, but it'll get roofed once it's actually enclosed and built down. So Orange is gonna go and do this. I guess I didn't really need to change the construction priority. I think that is actually... Yeah, the construction is ahead of the plant cutting, so it'll get done when it needs to get done. Right, so what we'll do is we'll just put 2, 3, 4, 5... and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm gonna just put some beds in there. That's gonna be alright. Actually, for symmetry reasons, I should have changed these two guys around, but oh well. So they're roofing it. What are you doing, Weep? You're just wandering. 9 to place configured to store it. Okay. Let's go ahead. Let's create a dumping stockpile. We're gonna create it over here, so it's out of sight, out of mind. That's gonna be fine. I also want a storage area, so I think we'll go ahead. I also want an animal shed. I'm not sure how that's gonna go. Yeah, the huskies are getting right to it. And the polar bears as well. Nice, looks like Smeagol has some success actually training these guys into obedience, so that's good. That's very good actually, makes me really happy. Right, so structures, we're just gonna make this into a storage area for now. That's gonna be fine. Like this, we'll put a door in there, and we'll make it a stockpile, the whole thing. Like that, but I want to delete that stuff outside, because that's not necessary. Right, I'm not sure why that one is... well, that one is floored with sandstone. Maybe there's a structure in here. That could be interesting. Right. Yeah, beds are getting built. The quality of them is still poor. Awful, poor, normal. But it's gonna be better than a sleeping spot. I've actually seen a bunch of Rimworld players start out with only sleeping spots. I think there's not that much that is more important than giving them a bed. You're hauling wood to wall, that's good. No, actually, I would like you to... Oh, Boxrod is already building that. Fine then, fine then. And then we also want a fire inside. Oh yeah, and horseshoe pins. We're gonna put the horseshoe pins right outside. And we actually do have to change something in here, because I don't want these guys to be forced to sleep. Once they go to bed, they will actually sleep automatically, so... And they'll get up whenever they want, so no need to force them to sleep if they don't want to. And you're just gonna give them one forced hour of fun. That's gonna be alright. These polar bears are doing it while Smeargle is trying to train them. That's kinda odd. Could have picked a better time. You're cutting moss. Well, actually, all these sandstone blocks out there. Really looking forward to the point where our animals will actually be able to haul stuff. 0 of 7. But these guys are already all trained in obedience. Huskies are actually amazing. They're really good. They're really good. Very trainable. They all have a master, which is kind of nice. Not sure if I really want that, but at least they'll stay sort of close to the people that they're working with. So we're cutting that stuff down. No hauling is currently being done because I have not set anyone as a priority 1 hauler. Weep is just wondering. Weep, can't you haul? No, you cannot haul. Right, we'll actually have you... Actually gotta give you something to grow then. So, wouldn't mind if, let's say for example this. We're gonna take advantage of the rich soil. We're gonna go for rice plant on this one, because they grow the fastest. And then I would actually like to have this area. No, that's gonna join them. Crap. That's not what I wanted. So, growing zone. No, come on. Do what I want. God damn it. Growing zone. Well, I guess I'm just gonna keep them apart 1 tile then. Screw you. We're gonna go for, I think, corn on that one. It takes a little while longer to grow, but it certainly does give you a lot of stuff then. Then we want heel root, certainly. Gonna go for a big old thing of heel root over there. Because I'm expecting that we're gonna need a fair bit of it. And then down here. Yeah, I'm not sure what we're going to grow down here. I actually would like to get some sort of smoke leaf production going. But then on the other hand, the food is more important. So we're going to go for potatoes on there. And maybe some smoke leaf over here, actually. But we're going to... Yeah, actually we have to take advantage of the growing zone. While we still can. The growing time is not that long in this northern... Sorry, in this northern climate. So let's go for smoke leaf on this one. That'll definitely give Weep enough work. We could also try. Is there any more rich soil? There's a little bit of it. I definitely should use that. No? Yeah, I should. So let's go ahead and set up some strawberries down here. Just like this. Just so that we have some berries that we can eat raw. Very nice. I also need a fire. Some production. I think it's miscellaneous. No, temperature then. Yeah, campfire. Okay, nice. We're gonna go for a fire spot so we can do some cooking over there. And I think we also want a table. That's actually gonna be quite tricky to fit all these guys in there. We'll do it for now. And then we'll just place some stools on the side. Oh, where? Wait, cancel that one. We gotta go for a different orientation. Like that. Oh, actually, it would allow them to sort of use that thing to sit on the stool while they're cooking, which is actually not that bad. It's actually kind of nice. So let's go for that. Looks like I actually have to end the episode here. Because we already went over the 30 minutes. But we're going to continue this next time. We'll sort of start to build up our colony. We're going to train our animals. We're going to milk our muffalos. We're going to shear them. We're going to try to get sort of an industry going with these guys. It's going to be very interesting. So for now, I'm going to end it here. Thank you very much for watching. If you enjoyed it, please leave a like, especially useful in the first episode of the series, so that it can show up in search rankings and all that. That definitely does help the channel. If you did not like this, please tell me why in the comments so I can improve. I'm always interested to hear your feedback. If you want to be a part of this series, then please drop me a comment. You can still enlist. And also let me know if you want to be a husky, if you're okay with that. And then I'll make you one. I mean, the huskies are important. So if you want to be one, if you want to do your duty in the colony, then let me know. And I do hope that you join me next time. Thanks and bye-bye.